All right, so let's talk about leveling the travel trailer. I see a lot of people using blocks to level the trailer. To me, it's too much of a pain to do it that way. So what I've got, the best way that I found is to use the Anderson levelers. It's a U-shaped wedge. You'll see it that basically fits underneath the both tires, in front of both tires on the low side. So it allows you then to pull up as needed to hit that point where you're exactly level side to side. I'm not worried at all right now about leveling front to back. Take care of all of that with the tongue, with the jack on the tongue. I'm able to level that way. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to pull up on those Anderson levelers until you're perfectly level. At that point, you're done doing that. You'll then slide the wedges underneath there. So get your wheels chalked, disconnect, go ahead and pull out, and then that's when you're going to level front to back. Once you level front to back, get that perfect, then you're perfectly level. There are 4 jacks or 4 stabilizers. They're not jacks that are located on each of the 2 front corners and the back corner of the RV. You'll want to drop those down until you have pressure. Remember, those are not jacks. Those are not meant to raise or lower the RV. They're just stabilizers is all that they're doing. So it's a pretty simple process. No issues at all. Doesn't take any time at all to do it. So I'll show you guys the entire process from start to finish. Usually takes me by myself just simply a couple minutes. Wouldn't hurt to have somebody else on the door side where the levels are, to be able to get that level side to side to tell you where to stop instead of having to get in and out to do it. So let's take a look and let's go ahead and get this leveled and then unhooked. So place those levelers at the right in front of the 2 tires, and then all you're going to simply do is pull forward until the RV is perfectly level. So let's go ahead and pull it forward, and we'll get it leveled side to side here. All right, so once you have the RV on the Anderson levelers, what you're going to want to do is basically just put a level along the side of the RV to make sure that the RV is level side to side. So once you're level side to side, that's all it takes. You're done. Now you move on to the next step. That's leveling front to back, and that's done with the tongue, with the tongue jack up front. That's a great thing about these. You just pull forward however far you need to. Now, next step is going to be to put wedges on the back side of these tires to keep it from rolling back. All right, so now that those wedges are in, you've essentially chalked the wheels. These also double as wheel chalks, but I still like to go ahead and put the X chalks that go between both wheels on there just as one extra step. So we'll put those on both sides, and then we'll disconnect the trailer and show you how to level it front to back. All right, so with the X chalks, real simple. There's a ratchet here that attaches to the top, like normal righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So these just simply fit between the tire. You'll just get them between the tire, and then you'll just tighten. You can see it starts to compress between the 2 tires, and it holds them in place. Don't over tighten it. You want them snug, you want them fairly tight, but you don't have to go super tight on them. All right, let's go around and do the other side. All right, so what you're gonna do here is you're gonna use these leveling blocks, and you're gonna block up whatever you need here in order to get to that right height. So the first step is gonna be just get the trailer off of the truck. So what we have here is we just have controls for the tongue here. It's a automatic jack, so you don't have to crank or anything. So that will be what you do to get that off. All right, so now you want to come and you want to put your level right inside the door and check front to back. You already know you're good side to side, but you check front to back and adjust the jack on the tongue up and down however you need to accommodate to get it level front to back. Once it's level front to back, now you're done as far as being level, and you can go to around to each one of the stabilizer jacks on each four corner and go ahead and drop those and get the RV stabilized by using those. All right, so these are the stabilizer jacks here, located at each corner of the RV. What I like to do is still put one of the leveling blocks below it. And what I do is I actually, with all our RVs, we include a drill to where makes it easy up and down. So you'll just put that drill on there, literally take it down. You'll just want to make sure that that's underneath it to where it's going to sit on that. And like I said, this is not intended to raise the RV. All you're doing is that right there, just taking the pressure off of the RV to stabilize it. So just to where that's tight, and then I just tighten it down just a smidge. The RV should not raise when doing this. All right, so when you're all disconnected, leveled, stabilizer jacks down, this is what you're going to look like. So there will be occasions where you have to go more blocks on the front for the tongue, but you should, I mean, I try to avoid spots that are, you know, so unlevel that these Anderson levelers aren't going to work. So, I mean, if you get in a situation where those won't work, then, I mean, you're just in a bad spot, to be honest with you, and you probably need to find somewhere else to stay, or see if there's a different position that you can position the trailer on the particular spot that you're in. But yeah, you can, you know, go 2 or 3 blocks high on the stabilizer jacks as well too, which you may need to do on the low side. You know, just know the higher you go with blocks, the more blocks you go. I mean, the blocks could potentially, you know, like anything you're building up taller, it's going to lose stability. So I typically like to keep those as low to the ground and as few blocks as possible. But that's just my personal preference. So that's how you go about doing the leveling on really any travel trailer. But this is the 21G from Grand Momentum. I'm sorry, from Grand Design, the Momentum 21G.